be 70 years old.
Because Aunt Pauline and Uncle Cleo both found him dead.
He gave my granddad some money when he died. Who's that? Oh, okay.
Did he really? Oh, that's fantastic.
He gave it to my granddad. My granddad gave it to me.
Oh, that's fantastic. You see her? Where's her grave? It's here? Should be.
Now, Alonzo Monk.
That's Uncle Jack's brother.
Okay.
But I never heard of him.
Grandfather's grave.
Well, that's Mr. G. Bent. That's Miss Pearl's husband.
That's granddaddy's grandfather.
Kim, what kind of Indians?
They were tusk.
I'm on my way.
A little what?
Gotta be tiny, because you'd have been...
Well,
Where's the picture fit, Mom?
Right over here. Mildred was just saying he was very, very wealthy. He left Uncle Jack some money when he died, and left money for her to stay in school. Uncle Jack paid it.
Really?
Yeah.
But he,
House was just all over everywhere. He died, he had money all over the house. Money everywhere. He had real money all over the place.
Pam, when did I come out here?
about 3 years ago.
Okay, 3 years ago. That was 93. And that grave was fresh with 2 pile of dirt.
Yeah, so they just,
They had to dig it up, I guess. The Lord
They did, some of the flowers was on it. They had all the flowers and everything right on it.
last time I was here, Sarah was here.
She said they're going to come out and do it.
Who's going to do it?
She said they were paid to do it.
And
They're
it
going to
ain't
come out
here.
and do it sometime this year.
Gary, who? This is her aunt, the one that I was sitting talking to.
She didn't have a head marker, but then that's what Edith said. Edith, did Grandma have a head marker before?
She had something.
Grandma Sarah, did she have a head marker?
That's how it would. But there, my hand in the air, they had a picture of a man to his waist like, standing like a lawyer.
And yeah, now we have a relationship. But then they.
Gary Monk and myself, Connolly Monk. Sitting in front of our great-great-grandfather's grave site, which is Hetton Monk. Hetton Monk was born in the 1850s, and he died in the 1920s. And this is some of the family grave sites. We're presently looking for Sarah Monk's grave, which is Granddaddy's Hetton wife.
Can get Marcella.
He was born in 1852. He was
got
born,
1852.
he was born 11 years
come on
before
over
the
here,
signing
get
of the
over here.
Emancipation
Come on here,
Proclamation.
come on
So
with
he
it.
was
Clarence, you can
11 years
Come
old.
on over here. Come on over here. Come on
He
over
was
here.
born 11 years prior to the
In the middle,
official
in the middle.
end of slavery.
Okay, let's go. Let's
so
go.
great-grandfather Hinton,
Okay.
born in 1852. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed by your president, Lincoln, in 1863, which means that he was held a captive for 11 years, at least 11 years. But we also know that white people didn't necessarily allow our people to know that they had been freed legally and held many of them in slavery longer.
Thank
Who's that, Jack? Yeah, there's 3 of them.
you.
Are
Ready?
you waiting?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know what I'm going to say. This is the grave of Mr. H.R. Cole. He was born in 1863 and he passed away February 5th, 1954. He was a wealthy, I believe, school teacher. He lived in a small, like a one-room house, but he had lots of money. And in his death, he left money. Of course, he willed money to my grandfather, John Monk, who was his cousin, I believe. And at that time, I was in school, and of course, my granddaddy, John Monk, gave a portion of that money to me so I could stay in school. We do remember Mr. Restus Cole real well.
Thank you. That was Mildred Monk. Okay. Want to get?
You don't think it's none in the woods?
That's what Edie said. Open grave. Look.
Yeah.
Go in there, open the door.
They have a plantation. Ain't no longer the door, the window open.
They want rich stuff.
Since it's so small, I don't know that's why it's part of the reason why they preserved it. If it was one of those big mansions, they wouldn't have done it, I don't think. You know what I mean?
What's the white man? That was the white man, right? Yeah.
They got pictures in here.
How you doing, Jeff?
Wait. And we saw some pictures of them.
When they don't let you take a picture of Archibald that was standing on camera. Jeff.
They got one.
See that log book on the table? That log
Let me
book.
try that.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I'm sure our ancestors' names are in.
Yeah, me too.
Why don't you sit up there? I'll take your picture and you can sit and I'm down up there. A bell. Kenna, he go away. Oh, I'm sinking in this grass. Why are you sinking?
Oh. Look at it. Cleo in the corner.
I see somebody
She
in the
looked like
back.
she was a slave master. Her eyes looked like a devil.
Another picture.
Is that a black picture? What's that picture? Quana? Another white woman? Let me see
You
it.
gotta take your camera.
Hold it up.
Video.
Take it with you, bro? Take it with you?
1878.
You go to jail for this.
Yeah, I don't want to take it.
Oh, what's that? Is that
It ain't worth it.
I don't want it. If it was a black person of my family or something.
1 minute.
What's the letter say?
Oh, yeah.
I got that.
Coat of armors.
What's that say what Gary got?
I want to know
10.
about. Can I take a picture of this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What it says?
This is the coat of armor.
Oh, I need that.
This is a
Monk coat of armor. March. The monk coat of armor.
Yeah, it's got something written on the back.
Oh, that's slamming.
That's the one I'm.
Oh, I could
that's
draw
the-
that.
I want to know.
That's our coat.
Clarence, did you get this,
It
man?
got something written
And
on
then
the
you take a
back.
picture of it.
This is the coat of armor. This is
Photocopy.
the white boys did this from Europe. That's from the white boys did from Europe, but believe me, they
You get a
copied off.
copy of it.
Copy from the one from Africa.
Archibald Monk. You can get a copy of
It's a
this.
family.
This is the granddaughter of Archibald Monk.
Cause
It's like their design.
I told you I looked in a dictionary. I saw George Monk. He was a knight in Europe.
Okay, I need that up to just for a minute.
Anything else?
Yeah, read this again.
That's a monk.
Monk coat of armors. The colors means courage.
Neat.
Red shield. The black chevron indicates your ancestor was knighted on the field of battle. The chevron means faithfulness and loyalty to one's leader. Come will, come woe. The lion is one of the royal animals, likewise the griffin, which is on the left. No such animal ever lived. The upper part, an eagle, and lower extremities, lion. The eagle, however, is a royal bird, so they're royal all around. The crest being a demi-griffin also. The ancient crown or headdress sitting on the shield looks like a plum pudding, but it has the crown jewels and that are embellishments. Leads one to a Rin. Your ancestor was a pilgrim to the Holy Grail, and took part in the Holy War of the Crusades, about which the time the lion became popular and good for use for arms, but only to those of noble block, in honor of Richard the Lion-Hearted. And that's the white boy's version. You put that picture? Don't put that on TV.
So you got this.
Anything else in
that
there?
writing?
What else got there?
Photocopy. This is Archibald's grandmother.
Clarence, you hit this for me? Anything else in the book that was worth looking at? Let me see
He
something.
just how the building was
Let me see something, guys, real quick. Let me step
created.
over here real quick.
Picture.
Thank you, guys. Let me step over here, right here, real quick.
Let's see.
Thanks.
Moving the bed. Oh, they moving
In
it.
front, one more time, Joe. I'm gonna draw that. Yeah, I'll be able to draw it if I see it.
I could go there. Richard the Lion-Hearted was ancestor.
Well, no, that's their.
It's upsetting to be on this property. We know it's part of our history, the Archibald Monk House. We're not celebrating him. We just want the children to remember that our ancestors were held captives on this plantation. They were never slaves. They had free minds. They had strong minds. And because of their strength and their hopes for freedom, our children here today are a part of that hope and that dream. I just want them not to ever forget that their great-great-grandfather was born here, was a slave here until he was about 11 years old. and that he was whipped probably, screamed at, bossed around, all kinds of horrible things. His brothers and sisters likewise. You gotta get the best education in this world to turn it around. You're the hope. He probably dreamed one day that he'd have great-great-grandchildren or grandchildren who would rise up and be great men and women. And you're that dream. You're part of that dream. You gotta make it happen. Don't ever forget that our people were held captives and held as slaves here by some criminals. These people were criminals that held our people.
To say the least.
So don't ever forget.
Land pirates.
So if you don't get a good education, you give them your freedom again. Don't ever give it back.
Again,
Keep
we're
your
not
freedom.
celebrating this cat, we're celebrating liberation from it.
Not celebrating Archibald Monk, the kidnapper. Power sign, power sign. Right? Power sign.
Monk sign. Monk power sign. All right.
Take that cape and turn it around.
All right.
I told Chris Berry.
Well, we didn't stop. It's hot
Don't blame my money on this girl. It's on you.
Blame it on me, honey. She already told she ain't telling her.
On this girl, you know about the Archibald Monk house? The slave house where great grandpa Hickman was born? We just left there too. Over by, what's the name of the park?
Weeks Park.
What'd you say?
Weeks.
Weeks Park?
Great.
It makes me mad. My blood boils. It angers me.
Do something and Lord have mercy, what happened, it happened.
It happens, but you can't forget. If you forget,
I ain't worried about one thing, I want peace.
in order to know where you're going, you gotta know where you came from. I gotta know who and where I came from. I bet you.
I come from mom and pa, that's enough.
I look like you, and you look like your mother, and she look like your mother. I want to know who I look like.
You look like your daddy, that's who you look like.
I'm a part of that.
You gotta look like your dad to be
But who
your
dad
dad's
look
child.
like? Who dad look like?
He look like Maybe.
Now who made it look like? You know what I'm saying? There's a beginning and there's an ending for everything.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Now, Daddy,
I'm hungry. I want to know.
now you got a first cousin in New Haven. His last name is Evans.
This is what her grandmother name. My grandmother Mamie's mother name.
What name?
Eleanor? Eleanor's mom. And what about her father?
Who
Can
did
you go
that?
back earlier than that? Their mother? That's it? Huh?
They was buried in the building now?
Linda? You know her mother's name? Eleanor's mother? Pam's got on video.
Get me?
Get in the middle, ladies. Speak in there. Hey man, why you gotta get in there?
Because I'm the baby. They broke the mold after me. Two babies.
Why two babies?
Broke the mold after me.
Theodore.
Tony Theodore. That's Cleo.
Yeah, that's Cleo.
That's Cleo there.
You was talking about their names up to the high school.
Well, I'm Mamie, you know.
That's Mamie.
I'm so Mamie.
That's comedy.
That made sure everybody had it.
That's it.
I'm Conley.
No, Chris is I know, Chris.
Mother's name.
Lula Monk. Lula sounds like a black name.
This is an excellent find.
Beulah, her name sounds familiar.
Oh, I got that in here too.
Beulah, that's a
You
black
see, it said Beulah Cole.
Yeah, but that's what made me say this special. It sounds.
And see, oh, okay, that's a. But how did her name came to Cole?
She had to be a monk some kind of way because it said this is monk family.
Oh, this is when they got married.
It says monk.
Beulah married HR, one of those Rustus Coles.
Here's Elijah Monk.
Elijah camera?
Just send a picture of your camera. Where's your camera at? In the back again?
No, right in my pocketbook in your right where I was sitting at. Come in and look.
I'm paying much to do a favor.
Me and Tyler go in this car. My pocketbook is my camera, my little snap camera. It's sitting in, right where we were sitting at.
All right, it's in your pocketbook?
Uh-huh. This is an excellent find. What is it, my
White and black.
white? Yeah, put it white and black. Or so story.
Oh, 03 to 96.
No, 1903, right?
Was 19?
He could have told
Oh,
you a
yeah,
lot.
it must be
See,
19.
that's why
See, those are the people we're looking for.
1903.
Yeah, that's what it says, 93, yeah. 93 years old.
The Dr. Monk, George Monk.
Yeah, probably.
All of these are the last name.
But there's a
So in that case, Archibald's out here.
That's the idea.
This is something.
We're burning. We're burning.
so maybe he's not bad. Hello, Chapel Archibald. I've seen his head, so I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna spit on it at least. Gotta spit on it.
This was only 2 years old when they died. That was a baby.
Ego. And then it go. This is the same granite we got the monument built out. Yeah, that's money, bro. Yeah, same monument. Check that out, bro. Granite. I ain't looked at it close before. Fluffy, 1963 to 19. Rocky, oh man. This dude got his lady sitting on a bed. Thought it was Archibald. We all thought it was Archibald.
That's what I said. I was about to kick it.
The war died. World War II. He didn't die in the war.
Yeah.
You going, man? You going where, man? So what?
Right, just jump up on his grave.
Because I drop kick it. I drop kick the stone. They got people looking out the window. They go, get that crazy woman.
Missed it. And Gary, you know Gary couldn't drive.
Gary, I don't know.
Gary drive, don't he?
I don't know if it quite was to the
I
roof.
went back and found it. I went back and found it, sir.